Hey y'all. Coming to you live from my office on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon. And I honestly just wanted to come on and tell you about this guy because there have been so many comments on this on this post that I've created about this card. People really seem to be resonating with this one for this week, and I didn't want to leave you hanging without a video about what it is. So I have a few minutes here. I'm just going to really quickly delve into it, although I did do a little write-up on the post when I made the post. So on both Instagram and on Facebook. Hi, thank you for coming on. So I just wanted to tell you a little bit more about this guy. So really this week feels like it's just about like massaging into living, massaging into your atmosphere, what's going on. Hey Missy, thanks for coming on. Yeah, it's really just about massaging the process and understanding kind of like where are you at. And it says growth here. It's kind of hard to tell with the lighting. And this is the 10 of Wands for those of you who missed the post. And if you did miss the post, you can check it out on Instagram at Doorway to Self or on Facebook, Doorway to Self. So yeah, basically this week is all about just like figuring out where you need to grow, figuring out how far you've come, and just kind of honoring your process and honoring your strength and being able to get yourself to this place, to this point in time where you're at right now. Whether where you're at is laying in bed and unable to get out of bed, or whether it's, gearing up to graduate from law school, or working a 9-to-5, or, wherever you're at, you had to grow in some way, shape, or form to get there. And there's always room to grow on the other side of that as well. So really, it's just about taking the time this week to kind of sit back and look at your life from the outside in. Look at yourself as though you were, a good friend or colleague, or your grandmother or something. Look at it from the outside and say, okay, where am I at? Kind of remove yourself from yourself so that you can look in. Because it's hard to see kind of everything that's going on if we're all up in here stuck in our own heads. So basically that's just what this week is where am I at? How did I get here? How can I honor myself for being here and for still living? Because it's a huge deal. I don't think we pay enough, I don't want to say attention, but yeah, I guess attention. We don't pay enough mind to the fact that living is hard. And the fact that we make it through life every single day, that's huge. That is awesome. So, even if you are suffering with depression or something, and you're in bed and that's your growth right now, that's amazing. Like, you're making it through and you're still here. And that's some big milestones you had to jump in order to get to that point. So I honor you, and I honor everyone else who's watching this, because life, you're getting through it. Congratulations. So I wanted to talk to you about like this idea of wands, right? The suit of wands is all about, it's the suit that's, it's fire. It's the fire element. So what does that mean? Fire is the alchemist. Fire is, you put one thing into fire one way and it comes out another. Wood into fire turns into coal. Paper into fire turns into ash. skin into fire turns into callus, etc. So fire is the transformer, and many people tend to look at it as though it is the portal between our world and our physical world and the astral world, the astral realm. So really, it's about transformation, and it's about connection to the other side. How have you transformed? How can you continue to transform? How do you want to continue to transform? Because we create who we are. Every single day, you're shaping who you are and how you work. So who do you want to be? And not another person, but you can like take aspects from people that you admire and you're like, oh shoot, I really want to incorporate that into my energy and into my being and into the way that I operate. And you can start learning how to do that at your own vibration, at your own level. That's totally okay. Taking energy from other people and taking that on as though it's your own, not so okay. But if you want to admire people and be like, yeah, I want to be like that, you can work towards that. That's your choice, right? And it doesn't mean the work's going to be easy. It doesn't mean you're going to snap right away. You're going to be there. You know, I really admire, like if you're like, I really admire my friends because they're so organized and I really wish I was organized. You're not just going to like, unless you take their energy on, which is an ethical no, you're not just going to wake up one morning and be completely organized. It's going to take time to learn the steps to be able to incorporate that into your life. And that goes for any personality aspect. Hey Susie, thanks for hopping on. So yeah, basically that's what this week is just acknowledging where are you at, where do you want to go, how can you get there, and not like it's a goal, but like it's a process. Susie asks, what do you mean taking on energy? So basically there's a way, it's called being an energy vampire, and basically what that means is you essentially become that person, and maybe not completely, but you take on enough of them and what they feel like. So let's say, and then I'm gonna have to wrap up here because I have a client soon, but let's say that you're green. Okay, let's say you're green and the person you're admiring is blue. Okay, we're just giving this as an example. So you're green, this person is blue, and you're admiring them and you're like, I want to be them. And so slowly you start pulling at that blue and pulling it in and pulling it in, and your green is no longer green. It starts turning kind of like an aqua, and then kind of like a sea color, and then it starts turning like, and it goes through all these shades, and then finally it's completely blue, and then guess what? You're not even yourself anymore. You're that person. So that's kind of what I'm talking about. I'm happy to go in depth on that at some other point too, because I know it's a little bit of a complicated process to understand. So yeah, basically, thanks for asking, by the way. Growth, how did you get to where you are? How can you honor that? How can you move forward? How do you want to move forward? Who do you want to be? And how can you move into that in a healthy way where you're growing into it and it's a part of you that you're incorporating rather than a part of someone else. Additionally, this idea of fire and alchemy and burning away all that does not help you with your growth and transforming it into stuff that does help you with your growth. And then also this idea too of I talked on the post about the number 10, which reduces to the number 1, which is the number in numerology of the magician. It's being in awe and wonder and being able to create in your environment and start anew and start fresh. And I like to think of it as like the newborn baby who's like grasping in the air, and you're like, what are you grasping at? But they're just in awe and in wonder of everything that's surrounding them. Like, how am I touching this air? Like, how is there nothing here to grab? So really carrying that through and being in awe of yourself in this process and through this transformation. So I have to run, but I'm really glad that I got to speak on this at least a little bit to give you a little bit more info on kind of the energy of this week. And yeah, that's about it. I will be posting this to YouTube later as well so that you can more easily find it. And I'm sending all of you lots of love and luck on your growth journey. Rachel A. Gerson, Doorway to Self. Come check out my stuff.